Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge Find Love or Die Trying. Wir wollten ja eigentlich mit dem Flugzeug gerade abhauen. Ja, irgendwie ist uns leider ein Brand dazwischen gekommen, den Cat wahrscheinlich gelegt hat. Wir wissen es nicht so hundertprozentig, aber Und I can't do anything mache ich. Ich möchte sie nicht angreifen, but I can't. I can't or I will be killed. And not just me, but everyone else. To hold myself back from giving away what this plan meant to me took all the strength I had. I need to calm down. Cat might be able to read my face and see that. Sounds fine to me, Cat. I'm just glad you're safe. What happened? You're still looking into it. Well, either way, there's nothing we can do about that. How about we go somewhere else, Dread? She reached for my hand and held it tight. How could she smile like this at me? Of course, Ellie. For the rest of the day, Ellie and I put on the performance of a lifetime. Though our faces were all smiles and laughter, we knew, now more than ever, that we were trapped in Cat's macabre puppet show. Ich glaube nicht, dass sie wirklich der böse Drahtzieher ist. Ich glaub's nicht. And Cat loved to make us dance. She must have known we were trying to escape, but how? Did we make a mistake? Did Thor give us away? Should we have ever trusted him in the first place? Who can I trust now? Time is ticking and the end of the show looms closer and closer. It's time. I'm supposed to meet with the group, but what would we even do? There's no way we can escape. Our last chance died with the hangar. Should I just make a break for it? No, I would never make it, and the others would suffer for my mistake. What do I do? You don't look so good, Red. What do you want, Cat? I'm not in a great mood right now. Can we talk later? You're not much for acting, are you, Dread? Look, I already know about you and your plan to escape. My blood ran cold. You know, taking the plane, fly away from here, it wasn't hard to figure out. I tried to say something in my defense, but my choice wouldn't come out. But my voice wouldn't come out, nicht my choice. It was all I could do to stand wide-eyed. I know, you and the others found the lab, got your memories back. Well, at least the others did. And I know that every night you all work together to try to find a way out. I mean, of course I would know. I'm the reason why you got this far. What do you mean? Just follow me. You will save all of us time. We walked to the locked room, near the games room. She took out her master key and spun it around. You never really thought a bunny could take a key from me, right? Honestly, I don't know what to believe anymore. She opened the door. The others were inside, looking as surprised as I was. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't kill you right now, Cat. How about two? First, your inside man was never Thor, it was me. I mean, come on, you wouldn't be smart enough for something like this. Yup. Second, you only ever had a chance at escaping this island because of me. Newsflash, Ellie. Those tanks never just bug out. You're the one who let me out of my tank. The one and only. Ich wusste es. Ellie was at a loss for words, and I was no different. What do you want, Cat? Honestly, the same thing as you guys. I want off this crazy train. I want out. I want you guys to include me in your little escape plan. What? Do I have something on my face? As hard as it is to believe. The list of people who want to stay on this island is pretty short. Hell no, we can't trust you. I'm not sure how, but I remember I tried to escape with you before. I trusted you, I even fell for you. Even 5 girls isn't enough. Unbelievable. And then you betrayed me and shot me. There's no way we could ever trust you. You are just going to stab us in the back. Is that true, Cat? I'm ashamed to say it is, but I didn't have a choice. You know how it is with Damien. It doesn't matter if you share the same blood. He will take the people you love hostage and use them to force you to dance his tune. I'm sorry I betrayed you, Dread. I really am. But if I had to do it again, I would do it again in a heartbeat, because there was someone I needed to save. I know. I must look like the villain to you, but believe me, I have people I care about too. Ich wusste es. Ich wusste, dass sie ein guter Charakter ist und kein böser. You're so compassionate. How come you burned up your only way out of here? You're lucky I did that. If you had actually flown as planned, you would all be at the bottom of the ocean right now. What do you mean? It's a cool trick of Damien's. He knew there was a chance that people on the shore would recover their memories and try to escape. So he made us build the hangar and the plane. It's the one place anyone trying to escape would go. Exactly. I've told you in the past, Ellie, never fly that plane or take the boat out of sight of this island. If you did, you would have blown up like fireworks. That Ellie and I were in that plane, which was a little more than a flying death trap, sent a chill down my spine. Look, the simple reality is you need me to escape. Without me, you won't even make it past the barrier. What barrier? Exactly. And though I hate it, I need you guys to help me and us escape. She reached her hand towards me for a handshake. Allies, let's discuss first. Cat leaned against the wall while the rest of us debated what to do. Can we really trust her? This might be another trap. It's not like it would be the first by her you fall into dread. You're right. That said, it's not like we have much to lose at this point. Even if she had done terrible things to us in the past, we still need her to escape. You're alright, Ellie? I'm fine, I'm just angry at myself. Hey, don't beat yourself up about it. We are still alive, that's what counts. She's right, you know. I'm not sure how I'm feeling right now either, but we are alive. That counts for something. You're right, Dread. And as much as I hate to say it, I think we'll need Cat's help, trustworthy or not, if we want to stay that way. We have to trust her, sure. I will be keeping an eye on her though. We can't afford to blindly trust anyone who says they can help us. Alright, Cat, if you want our help, you're going to need to answer a few questions. Ask away. What the hell is this sick show for? Sick show. And why have you been focusing us to repeat it over and over? As someone from the Resistance, it should be obvious to you. This is just 100th of killing shows we are. Shows that keep people scared. That keep people from organizing against the government. You want to paralyze people with fear. You broadcast exactly what will happen to you if you rise up. You are a monster, you know that? I don't disagree with you, but we are not in charge here. Some of us still have family to lose, Ellie. Continue. Before we air each show, we test them internally and test audiences to see what kind of ratings they bring for the fortunate, what kind of despair they bring for the less fortunate. If they tested well enough, we would air it, but it wasn't efficient. But we couldn't just film a killing show over and over again to see which version of it rated best. You can't bring people back from the dead. It was the same for the test audiences. You couldn't just make them watch multiple versions of a show, as they had remembered previous versions that would influence their opinions. There was no way to test multiple versions of a show without losing the feeling that lives were really in danger. But the memory rewriter would have changed that. It did. We were able to rescue everybody, our volunteer actors, the test audiences. Since we could just make people forget what happened, we could film run after run of the show, where each was as if it were the first time to all of you. And that's exactly what we've been doing here for the last 2 years. It was a lot to hear. I had a feeling, but to know that people looked at us like we were nothing but lab rats, where I genuinely was a threat for my life. It's sickening. We were silent for a while. If you have been testing the show this long, when's the real thing? There's no real thing. It's only that version tests the best. That said, there's only so much time Damien is willing to spend on the show, and that time is almost up. This is the last one of the show. If you don't escape before the end, you're all as good as dead. I know, Damien, and I've said that we would let you and your chosen partner go if you achieve good enough ratings, but it's a lie, isn't it? Yeah. I'm sorry, I've waited this long to try to help you guys. I've been too scared to risk it all, but I've nothing left to lose now. She extended her hand to me for a handshake. Allies, at least till we are out of here? I don't really have a choice this time either, huh? If you wanted to, you could report us right now. That's true, and my word would count for me for more than all of yours. But that wouldn't save the person I need to. Like it or not, we have to work together. Then it's a deal. Ellie shook Kat's hand. Kat, are you sure you don't want to? I'm fine, Scarlet, it's not important anymore, and we don't have any time to waste. If you say so. Anyway, the only time we can escape is the last day of the show, between midnight and just before the sun goes up. That's when the boat comes to welcome the newly engaged couple, and that's the only way off this island alive. It also doubles as a supply ship. We use it to replenish between each one of the show. As there are no other planes on the island, a boat would be far slower. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. It's not so easy. There's a protective shell around the island, which performs two functions. First, it renders us invisible to satellite. It's the reason why your people couldn't find us, Ellie. Ich muss sagen, ich habe so den Eindruck, dass das vielleicht doch noch nicht die letzte Folge hier sein wird, sondern dass ich noch mindestens eine Folge dranhängen werde hier. Second, if anything bigger than a human being tries to get in or outside of the barrier, it will get fried, unless it's emitting a compatible IFF signal. The only way off the island that will have that signal is the boat. I'm betting it will be heavily guarded. Well, yes, but not from people on it. The ship itself will be run by a skeleton crew. It's the staff on the island who will have to watch out for. That still leaves the question of how we will deal with them. Last time I checked, there's hundreds of them and not even 10 of us. Actually, it might not be so hard after all. I've got a plan that just might work. Though I have to admit, it is a little crazy. I like the sound of that. If it involves zombies again, I'm out. You explained her plan to us with a renewed confidence that could inspire anyone to believe. Luckily, we still have tomorrow, so we have just the amount of time we need. This just might work, Yui. You are a mad genius. It's crazier than anything I'd imagined, and crazy enough to work. Let's get to work. Wait, were we even listening to the same plan? The others went the separate ways to help prepare for Violet's plan. But Kate stayed. Our business wasn't finished yet. What's up? I want to trust you, Kat. I really do. But you've burned me before. How could I ever trust you now? That's fair. The only thing I can say to try to make you trust me is that we both have people we care about, Dread. And that if you don't escape, then the person I care about will go down with you. Ja, nämlich ich selbst. I'm not asking for you to put your neck out for me. You will never have to. I'm asking for you to help somebody that you've never met and you never will. Somebody innocent. It's strange. This woman has put me through hell, treated me like a lab rat and more, and yet somehow I think she's telling the truth. Honestly, it doesn't really matter if you do trust me. You will see tomorrow that I'm going along with Violet's plan either way. I will trust you, Kat. I'm sorry for yelling at you earlier. Don't be... I literally shot you. I think that earns you the right to be angry and more, no? Well, I've gotten to know you over these past years. Not for more than a couple of weeks straight, but I got to know you. And I think you're rude and manipulative, and have no problems lying to my face. Hey, Can we skip the part where skip to the part where you compliment me? You are also incredibly crass. You keep secrets from everybody, and you finished? But I don't think you are a bad person. Every time the show ran, you always talked to me to make me feel like I wasn't alone. And you made sure I never lost hope. I know that was never part of the job. You didn't have to do that. Yet you did it, over and over. It must have been so tiring to do that over and over, full well knowing that we were doomed. I don't know why you're doing all this, but I believe that you do care about helping people. I'm flattered, Dread. But you've got me wrong. What do you mean? Everything I've ever done for you, the others, it's been for my own selfish reasons. It just happens to line up nicely. Though I appreciate the compliment. Unlike before, I couldn't tell if she was telling the truth. We went our separate ways shortly after. I spent the rest of the night helping the others with preparing for the plan. I was exhausted when I went back to my room, but I still couldn't fall asleep for several hours. It is as if something's on the tip of my tongue, but I just barely can't grasp it. Yet somehow I know I'm closer than I've ever been. Kat was true to her word. Instead of having another date on the 6th day of the show, she planned a huge party for the staff instead. A thank you all for your hard work party. As soon as he told her staff that Violet would be cooking for the event, all of them dropped everything and helped prepare for it. While the staff prepared the party grounds during the day, each of us were hard at work, making sure other parts of it went well. Violet cooked mountains of food as if her life depended on it. In truth, it did. Yuri was playing games with the staff outside. It didn't take long for her to become a vast favorite for them. I'm pretty sure half of the staff were playing the games just so they could get her to notice them, and she knew it. I have to admit, I am really impressed by Yuri. Her plan is really coming together. Tara and Scarlet joined forces to make sure that all the staff joined the festivities. Tara used Kat's producer room to find any stragglers who hadn't joined the festivities. As Tara found them one by one, Scarlet turned on the charm and made sure that they came with her to the party. Then when it was time for Scarlet to switch to her other mission, Ellie took over, though I'm told she employed more force than charm. Meanwhile, I ran around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to make sure every part of our plan was going smoothly. And for once it did. A few hours later, we had every staff member on the island partying their lights out. Everybody's here? You bet. You should have seen the ones that tried to run. I made sure everyone who came stayed too. Perfect. Everybody has eaten? As they should have. It's fine food. Looks like it's all going according to plan. I'm just going to head and get to the fun part. Scarlet pulled out the remote from her pocket and pressed a button on it. A few seconds later, fireworks were shooting into the night sky above the party grounds. The cheers of the staff were like thunder. And with that, the plan is going as smoothly as can be. Great job, team. We owe you one, Yuri. Right back at you, Ellie. We cheered as fireworks after firework lit up the night sky. Wow, are fireworks supposed to be this bright? Come to think of it, these fireworks are practically blinding. I have to say, I did a pretty good job with these fireworks. Though there might be some side effects to watching them from so close. Let's worry about that later. The fireworks were the signal to those trying to escape that there was nothing left to do except wait. It's going to be a long night. I know what we said before, but it would be such a shame to spend tonight just going over what may happen tomorrow. We might live, we might die, same as any other day. How about instead we just dance the night away? You know what? That sounds great. That sounds lovely, let's do it. Come on, let's dance like there's no tomorrow. Yuck. Don't be like that, Tara. It would be good for us to blow off some steam. Dancing sounds like exercise, and exercise. Ellie picked up Tara over her shoulder. And away we go. Come on, come on. Scarlett grabbed my hand and pulled me with her to where people were dancing. The others followed close behind. They sure are carefree, huh? Some things never change. Maybe we will get out of here tomorrow. Maybe we won't. I hope we do though. I like to think that one day we will look back and remember this day. It was the most fun night I've ever had. Out of the nights that I can remember. We lived like there was no tomorrow. And now we'll find out if there is a tomorrow for us. Und ich würde dann auch sagen, dass ich an diesem Punkt dann die Folge beende. Wenn er hier jetzt fertig geladen hat. Und ja, nächstes Mal kommt dann unsere Flucht. Mal sehen, ob nächstes Mal dann die letzte Folge wird oder ob ich noch eine Folge dranhänge. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.